Hi there, Graham Keith here from The Great Wake Up. Now listen, we're going to get straight into this one. We need to arrest all of the World Economic Forum puppet politicians. Why do we need to do that? Well, because they're all criminals. They're criminals of the highest order. Fraud, theft, money laundering, manipulation, coercion, criminal conversion, malfeasance in a public office. Yeah, I could go on and on and on and on. Misconduct in a public office, treason, high treason, murder, accessory to murder. All of these crimes have been committed by all of the so-called figurehead elites in global government representing the World Economic Forum, such as Keir Starmer, Albanese, Macron, all of the leaders in the majority of countries, apart from Iran and all the ones that we're seeing with the bombings going on, because they're one of the 7 countries without a central bank. Okay, now, these criminals in government need to be jailed for life. Treason carries a life sentence, but Tony Blair in the UK removed the death penalty for treason. Now, why would he do that? Well, he did that because him and Gordon Brown destroyed the constitution of the UK when we had a real, proper, elected government run by the people, for the people, because that's what governments are there to do. The governments are meant to manage and administrate the people, not the persons. And this is the trick, the fraud, the lie, the prisonable criminal act for everyone in the system who facilitates this. Even the basic employees, the normal standard everyday men and women doing their jobs for a paycheck to pay their mortgage and feed their families, are criminally involved in the same charges because they are supporting the narrative. They are doing what they're told. They're following their orders, just like they were trained at school. And you'll see that in my educational system video, which I'll pop up on screen. This is why we do it, because we're trained unconsciously and manipulated over years and years of school life to follow the system. Just be bright enough to man the machines. Just be bright enough to do the job that we have to do in order to get the paycheck to pay for our house, feed our children and live our lives. But the government's never told you that you're an accessory to fraud, treason, criminal conversion, malfeasance and misconduct in a public office, accessories to murder if you're an NHS nurse who gave a COVID jab. All of these things they lied to you about. And you're still paying taxes to these criminals? Really? You're paying council tax, and then you're paying self-employment tax, you're paying working tax for going to work and doing your job, you're getting taxed upon the tax upon the tax, you're getting taxed upon the fuel, you're getting taxed upon the energy, which is about 80% of your energy bill is tax. All of this is a fucking joke. All of these people should be in prison for life. And yet, we have people like Lucy Connolly on Twitter who reacts to a monster, Axel Rubicabana, stabbing and killing those 3 beautiful little girls in Southport and other children, injuring them severely and significantly in the process. And these guys, well, look at the migrant crisis, they get protected. But if you were to voice your opinion on such a sick, heinous crime as killing 3 little girls in broad daylight with a knife, you go to jail. When the criminals behind this decision, Keir Starmer in the UK, and all the left-leaning freaks all over the world in political power, which are not elected, by the way, they're bureaucrat megalomaniacs, unelected from the World Economic Forum. Just like Rishi Sunak, just like Keir Starmer, just like Theresa May, just like Angela Merkel, just like Macron, just like Albanese, all of them. They're all wolves in sheep's clothing. These motherfuckers should be in jail. And we, the people, are going to put them in prison. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Have your say in the comments. Let's end this tyranny from these criminals in so-called power, when all they are is fraudsters, liars, manipulators, deceivers and murderers. Thank you for listening. And Bill Gates, we're coming for you. Believe that.